My story is not just my own. It's really a story for anyone who has ever felt like they were not enough. It's for anyone who has been told their dreams were too big, or that their voice did not matter. I'm here today to tell you, you are enough. Your dreams, they're valid, and your voice has the power to change the world. I'm Oprah Winfrey. My journey started in a place where hope was hard to find. Hope was the one thing I held onto with all my might. Hope was the light that guided me. Hope was the fuel that propelled me forward when I could not take another step. I believe every single one of us has a purpose. We are here to fulfill a calling that's uniquely our own. The path to discovering purpose is not always easy. It's filled with obstacles. It's filled with moments of doubt. It's filled with people who will try to dim your light. They're there to build you. They're the universe testing your resolve. Say yes to your life. Trust the unfolding of your magnificent story. Chapter: From Mississippi Roots to Milwaukee Dreams. I was born in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, into a world of deep poverty. My first home was a small farmhouse without indoor plumbing, without electricity. I remember wearing dresses made from potato sacks because that was all we could afford. My grandmother, Hattie Mae, was my first teacher. She taught me to read before I was 3 years old, and the world of books became my escape. In those pages, I could be anyone. Books showed me that there was a world beyond the dirt road. I lived on a world of possibility and promise. Life was not easy. The challenges I faced as a young girl were immense and painful. I experienced abuse and hardship that no child should ever have to endure. There were times when I felt completely alone, lost in a darkness that seemed to have no end. It was a period of my life that left deep scars, but it also forged in me a resilience I did not know I had. I learned to find strength in my own spirit. My mother eventually sent for me to live with her in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It was a new world, but the struggles continued. I was a troubled teenager, acting out from the pain I had buried so deep inside. That turning point came when I was sent to live with my father, Vernon, in Nashville, Tennessee. My father's discipline was a gift. It channeled all my restless energy into my education. School became my sanctuary. It was the one place where I felt I could truly shine. I joined the debate team, and for the first time I discovered the power of my own voice. I learned how to articulate my thoughts, how to build an argument, how to speak with conviction. Winning the Miss Black Tennessee beauty pageant at 17 was another pivotal moment. They offered me a part-time job reading the news on the air. Suddenly, I was a college student with a real job in broadcasting. Believing in myself was a conscious choice I had to make every single day. The world around me was not always supportive. As a young Black woman in the South, I faced prejudice and doubt. He gave me structure. He gave me rules. He demanded excellence. Every week, he required me to learn 5 new vocabulary words and write a book report. He told me, "You are better than this," and he made me believe it. He gave me the foundation I needed to start building a new life, a life based on education, self-respect, and the unwavering belief that I could achieve anything I set my mind to. The journey was just beginning, but I was finally on the right path. My first major television job was at WJZ-TV in Baltimore. I was hired to be the co-anchor for the 6 o'clock news. I was so excited for the opportunity, but it quickly became clear that it was not the right fit for me. I was too emotional, too empathetic. When I had to report on tragic stories, I would often cry. The station's management told me I was not right for the news, that I was not detached enough to be a serious journalist. I thought my career in television was over before it had even truly begun. They demoted me from the anchor desk and moved me to a morning talk show called People Are Talking. At the time, it felt like a failure, a step down. But what I did not know then was that this was the universe pushing me in the direction of my true calling. It was on that show that I was able to be myself for the first time on television. I could connect with people on a real human level. I realized that my empathy was not a weakness. It was my greatest strength. It allowed me to connect with my guests and my audience in a way that was authentic and meaningful. On People Are Talking, I found my passion. I had finally found what I was meant to do. This experience taught me a powerful lesson. What you are meant to do, the work you are called to, will feel right in your spirit. When you are on the right path, it will not feel like a struggle. It will flow. Chapter: The Oprah Winfrey Show. My success in Baltimore caught the attention of a station in Chicago. They offered me my own half-hour morning talk show, AM Chicago. It was a huge risk. The show was in last place in the ratings against Phil Donahue, but I knew this was the opportunity I had been working toward. From the first show, we did things differently. I didn't want to talk at people, I wanted to talk with them. A platform for real conversations about real-life issues, relationships, health, spirituality, personal growth. I shared my vulnerabilities, my struggles with my weight, and my experiences with abuse. By being open and honest, I gave the audience permission to be open too. We created a community, a safe space. Within months, AM Chicago became Chicago's #1 talk show. In 1986, the show was renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show and launched nationally. The response was overwhelming. We changed daytime television, not just entertainment, enlightenment, empowerment. We created a book club that sparked national conversations. People left inspired, starting projects and changing their lives. As it grew, I knew I had to control my destiny. I founded Harpo Studios. Harpo, Oprah spelled backward, a symbol of turning my life around. Owning my show and studio gave creative freedom and the ability to uplift and educate, using media to make a positive impact on the world. The Oprah Winfrey Show was the foundation, but I always knew it was just the beginning. My vision was bigger than a single television program. I wanted to create a media company that would touch people's lives in many different ways. This led to the creation of the Oprah magazine, in 2000. The magazine was another way to have a conversation with my audience, to share ideas about living your best life and feature stories of resilience and hope. The next major step was launching my own television network. We launched the Oprah Winfrey Network, or OWN, in 2011. The early years were difficult. We struggled to find our footing and to build an audience. There were many times when people said it would fail, that I had made a mistake, but I refused to give up. I poured my heart and soul into turning it around, and eventually we did. Through Harpo Productions, we began producing films that told important stories. We backed movies like Beloved and later Selma, chronicling pivotal moments in history. I believe deeply in the power of stories to open our hearts and minds. It was important to use my platform to bring stories to the screen that might not otherwise be told. All of these ventures were bricks in the foundation of a media empire. But it was never just about business. It was about creating content that served a higher purpose. In 2003, all of this work led to a milestone that I had never even dreamed of. I was named the first Black female billionaire. While the number was staggering, the true wealth for me has always been in the ability to make a difference, to give back, and to use my resources to help others rise. If I could share one central lesson from my life, it is this: turn your wounds into wisdom. Every single thing that has happened to you, every challenge, every heartbreak, every setback is a lesson. It is not there to defeat you, it is there to teach you. The pain I endured in my childhood gave me the empathy to connect with millions. The demotion I faced in Baltimore led me to my true calling. Do not run from your wounds. Face them. Learn from them. Allow them to make you more compassionate, more resilient, more wise. Your past does not define your future, but it can inform it in powerful ways. Another key lesson is to understand that you are responsible for your own life. No one is coming to save you. You have to be the hero of your own story. Take ownership of your choices, your thoughts, your actions. The moment you take full responsibility, you reclaim your power. Listen to the whispers. The universe is always speaking to you, guiding you toward your purpose. It often starts as a whisper, a small intuitive nudge, a feeling in your gut. If you ignore the whispers, they get louder. A pebble, then a brick, then a wall. What brings you joy? What makes you feel alive? That is your spirit, your inner GPS, telling you which way to go. Learning to trust that inner voice is one of the most important skills you can ever develop. Finally, live a life of service. The question you should ask yourself every day is, how can I be used? True success, true fulfillment, comes from giving yourself to something bigger than yourself. Whether you are a teacher, an artist, a parent, or a CEO, you have the ability to make a positive impact. Find a way to use your unique gifts and talents to serve others. Learn from my story, and then go out and write your own magnificent service-filled chapter in the world. If this inspired you, like, share, and subscribe to Scratch to Fortunes.